Hello, my name is Adi Segal. I'm a multimedia artist. My background is primarily printmaking, so I'm coming from a screen printing, printmaking tradition, but I've now expanded more into multimedia installation work. Back in school, I studied history of art and architecture and education studies, and then worked in the nonprofit art world for a while till I realized that I would rather be the artist in the room rather than the art administrator. So I went back to school and got my BFA, focusing in on printmaking, and I've been pretty much working as an artist in various communities ever since. So I have moved a lot in my life, lived in many different countries and different communities around the world. And each time I live in somewhere different, I connect with the community differently through art. And that has kind of led to my overarching kind of interest is how identity is perceived in different spaces. And so I'm very interested in exploring questions of identity and perception of identity. And I've been linking that a lot to how color is also something that is very subjective also. And the perception of color, kind of the Joseph Albers kind of color theory ideas of, a color red is very different next to a color purple versus next to an orange. And so kind of linking those thoughts to perceptions of individual and community identity has been kind of foremost on my mind in the last 10, 15 years of living in different communities. So this exhibition I've titled Where Are You Really From? And it's a kind of an inquiry into generational identity and very much more personal about me. As a child of two parents who are from different countries, and I'm the first born into this country, where am I from? Is it from this country where I'm born but have no roots? Is it from my mother's homeland, where my father's not from, or from my father's homeland? It's so trying to explore the ideas of identity and roots, and what I also want to pass down to my children, and what is it that ties them to my past, to my ancestors, to their father's ancestors. And so I've been rooting this exhibit in the child games that my grandfather played with me. My mother's father did a lot of folding paper games with me and kind of sequential narrative games. And so I've been taking those, examining them, diagramming them, pulling them out into sequences and patterns, and combining that with other kinds of folding, patterning, visible in quilting, and all rooted in geometry. Geometry to me is an inherent underlying foundational kind of connector between all cultures. So I've been exploring these different shapes that are important to different cultures and using those as links to tie us all together. Well, I hope that the people who come and see this work will, I guess on one level, enjoy just the visual, the play with color, the patterns, the kind of the rhythmic, what I'm hoping is way that your eye will move. I'm hoping your eye will move around each of my pieces. And then kind of on another level, I'm hoping that visitors will connect it to parts of their own heritage, whether it be a certain pattern, oh, that reminds me of a baby blanket I had as a kid, or this is important in my culture, this symbol, or I remember playing folding games as a kid as well, or kind of connected to your own past. So I'm hoping to continue to build on these themes and keep diving deeper into exploring geometry and the way it links across cultures. And I've been playing with different media, doing installations in windows, using stained glass and other materials that will continue to play with color, play with geometry, and allow new meanings and ways of thinking about these cultural identities and patterns to emerge.